Joining me on the phone is a man who will be coming to the Fillmore County Fairgrounds in Geneva. It's the Fillmore County Fair, Friday, July 9th. Be sure, get your tickets to see none other than Ned Ledoux. Ned, thank you so much for joining me on the show.
Oh, shoot. Oh, it's my pleasure, man.
I gotta admit, the summer's been pretty busy for you.
It's been great. Yeah, to get back on the road with all the guys and do what we do, And yeah, it's great to be playing in front of a crowd again. Crowds have been good, and we're enjoying it.
Now, the Just Ledoux It tour, extended, revisited, however you want to call it, it's in full effect. Your schedule's getting pretty stacked.
Yeah, there's been some more dates added. It just seems like every week something opens back up, which is a good thing. But we're pretty busy from now until maybe the first part of October. So that's great. But yeah, it's wonderful to see things starting to open up again.
Now, I know it's been hard to keep everything kind of flowing the way it was last year, but I have been a very big fan of your garage sessions. And during that downtime, I think you kind of kept yourself busy as well. I've noticed it. Has it helped you mind, body, and spirit just to kind of keep the flow going?
Yeah, it was just what I call staying creatively busy, you know. And yeah, as far as like I guess we called them the garage sessions or something. It was just something to do, I don't know how many I did, but it was something fun, and but it's nothing like playing to a live to people, Like I mean, I know people are watching, but it's just not the same as being in front of them. And then yeah, and that as far as like the restoring different furniture and things like that, it's something I've enjoyed doing for quite a few years. And yeah, I just kind of go around the house and say, we've had that for a long time. How about I take it in the garage and kind of do something different with it, And but yeah, we've had a lot of projects that I never got to finish around the place when we were really busy. But then having a year off, I was able to keep up and get things done, and the place looks pretty good now. I mean, the garage floor is as clean as it's ever been. You could probably eat off of it, but I wouldn't recommend it. So yeah, it was yeah. So yeah, we're just glad to be back on the road again. That's for sure.
I've always favored your artistic side. I loved how you've designed the skulls with the rustic Western feel to it. It blows my mind.
Well, thanks. Yeah, that was something I'm not really sure how I got into. Yeah, I've always enjoyed, drawing and painting and just, I guess, being an artist, and I think the first one I ever painted was probably close to, well, over 20 years ago. And I actually gave it to my buddy Steve Warner. And I remember talking with him not too long ago. I said, "Hey, Steve, you still got that skull I gave you?" He goes, "Oh yeah, it's in my office, man. I'm proud of that thing." I said, "Well, you haven't had like any weird spiders, show up in your house?" Because back in those days, I didn't really take the time to clean them out that well. He said, "Oh shoot, no, it's good." So, but yeah, I enjoy it.
I'm talking with Ned Ledoux. He'll be at the Fillmore County Fairgrounds in Geneva this coming Friday, July 9th. Be sure to get your tickets now at outhousetickets.com or right at the gate. Now, Ned, I've heard you've been working on an upcoming album. It is untitled. How's that progressing so far?
Yeah, we're kind of in the mixing mode right now, but yeah, we were, and that was something else I spent a lot of time on during the pandemic was just trying to come up with some new material. And yeah, we were in the studio the first part of June and got, I think there's 11 or 12 new songs tracked. So now the kind of the waiting period is in full swing, just mixing and mastering and trying to come up with the title of the album and all that stuff. But I'm really excited about this new material. It's all kinds of different, just a good variety, I think. So yeah, but I love staying busy. I've never been one to really sit down and just hang out all day on the couch.
Now, with your last album in 2019, Next in Line, you're a big fan of the vinyl. Is it going to keep going that way?
I think so. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of weird to have the first two albums on vinyl and not have the third one on vinyl. uh, and it just seems like over the last, I don't know, maybe 5 years or so, vinyl has just made a comeback, and which is really cool. And I've always been a fan of the physical product. I mean, even like CDs and cassettes, even though they don't really make cassettes much anymore, but just going to the store or ordering one online or coming to the show, and you can get a CD or a vinyl record, and just having that physical product. You got the pictures and the liner notes, and even the, like, you open up that CD case and the smell of it. It's yeah, I've always preferred that, and I've always told people too that I can't sign a digital copy. So get you a CD and I can sign that.
I've always loved the ambiance, the sound, the crackling. I mean, it's it's soothing. I don't know. Call me old fashioned, whatnot, but how about you? What do you have in your
Yeah,
collection?
and I don't have a big vinyl collection, but I do have most all of my dad's vinyl records, and the cool thing about that is if anybody has a vinyl record of dad's, hold on to those because they never made any more. It was like they sent those out back in the 70s or 80s, and they never did print anymore. But it's cool to, yeah, like you said, just to put a record on and hear that crackle and lay that needle down, and yeah, it's pretty neat.
Okay, well, speaking of your dad, taking a look back at his old vinyls and yours,
Yeah,
have you noticed any similarities?
yeah, it's funny. I was looking at some of my dad's old vinyl records, and I had my first one up there, and this was like just on an accident, but I had my first album, Sagebrush, and then I had my dad's Saddle Boogie Band album up, and they're just sitting side by side. And I just happened to walk by. I was like, I wonder how old Dad would have been in that picture. And it was actually maybe a year's difference, but as far as our age, like we were both right around maybe 40, somewhere in there. Um, but yeah, yeah, I think one of the guys in the band was like, yeah, I started with your dad when he was, uh, I don't know, 40 or 41. And yeah, that's kind of when they started with me. But
I know many are excited to see you in
yeah.
Geneva, Fillmore County Fair, Friday, July 9th. Oh, it's going to be fun. Um, Everybody's chomping at the bit, wanting to get back to the new normal. Now, you coming into the equation, you got some new stuff. You got some of the classic Ned, but you also got some of your dad's old hits, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, as far as the set list goes, they're definitely going to hear my songs, but then they're guaranteed to hear some classic Chris Ledoux stuff as well.
Be sure to catch Ned's latest album, Next in Line. It's in stores now. He'll also be at the Fillmore County Fair in Geneva, Friday, July 9th. Check him out on social media, on the web, the whole nine yards. It's the Just Ledoux It tour. Ned, thank you so much for joining me, and good luck.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for having me on.